No, tiny Herc. Tiny Herc has the coccidia. Tiny Herc is at 5 pounds. I know, I'm gonna get her, buddy. I'm gonna get her. There's your mommy. Hi, sneakies. All right, come on, mamas are waiting. Come on, babies. Come on, I got 2 piled up on me. Hey, come on. All right. Well, that was less awesome than normal. Trying to hold back 1 mom, 2 mom, trying to hold back Tic Tac and Sparkle Mom with my legs while the babies are coming out. I didn't clean up my pile of mess before I started filming. It's gonna be one of them days. I don't say that. I'm not gonna say that. That's a negative thought. The day is gonna be awesome. Thank you all for yesterday's awesome comments to the Lady H. Totally appreciated. 100%. She said to me yesterday, I said, what do you want to do today? She said, absolutely nothing. We work hard. We work a lot. She said, I'm going to sit on the couch and read my books. She's doing a whole bunch of series of books. She read like 600 pages an hour. Good morning. It's that kind of morning. It's gorgeous. It's going to be nice today, like 75, 78. Sunny. Not humid. Hi. Got you ladies all stacked up around you there, Bubba? I'll get you fed. Mama Frosty enjoying the sunshine. Good morning. I think what I'm going to do today, guys, is I recorded. She had a coccidia. I gave her Toltraz yesterday. Toltrazaril. Again, you have to order Toltrazaril from out of country. You can find it in lots and lots of places. I think Jeffers Pets. And what's the other one? Horse Pre-Race. And I know there's a couple other ones that can get it for you. They like basically import, I guess. So here's a couple of moms getting milked. Just kind of show you guys the morning routine. Pretty easy with the milk machine. I get them up there, clear the teat, make sure that everything looks good. Udder's not hot, so I'm always touching udders and teats to make sure everything feels right. And make sure the milk that's coming out looks right. And then put them on the machine. Machine does probably 90% of the work. Gingy's a bit of a low rider. The cups are sitting on the bench. She got big old udder and short little legs. What are we fighting about, ladies? Ladies, what are we fighting over? A little bit of grain, maybe a little bit of grain in the bin. Bunch of goobers. Who pooped in the bucket? I need to get that thrown out. Has to be washed and sterilized. You lose. A good day, sir. Boops, I know you did it. What are you trying to do, honey? So I'm kind of all caught up on soap production. I just need to make stars for the 4th of July soap, which will be coming out June 1. On Etsy, June 1. I need to get this guy tool trouser-rilled so his little butt is good. And I think what I want to do is, this year has been kind of weird. Normally I would be, I probably would still be cleaning out stalls right about now. It's usually a little later in the season because it's not normally this warm this early. Looking for scraps, eh? And so that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on today, is just trying to get as many stalls cleaned out as I can. This one's probably the worst. It's down to basically dirt on top. It's probably the thickest, and it's definitely the biggest. It's essentially, it's 2 stalls. It's not essentially, it is 2 stalls by square footage, 8 by 8, so 64 square foot each. 128 square feet total. Good morning. I got your pain pill coming. I'll be right over with that. We'll give you a massage and some pets, scratch your butt, and get you out of here. Or you can stay. Miss Cookie? She straight did not care. Even yesterday, I was trying to get you the mom. Cookie! Oh, you're such a weenie. Good morning, Miss Ronan. How are you? Mama's looking at some different options of combinations of bucks. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thinking about possibly keeping this guy, but not 100%. Is that? Oh no, you're Ronan. Hi, Rowie. Hi, Caster. Okay. Not set for that. Goat's being smart. I really gotta get this stall out of here. Want to get some 2x6s and replace these houses with a shelf, basically. Might not replace this house at all, just tear it out and be done with it. Do you got a little heart on your side? No, it doesn't. It looks like it on camera, but it's not. It might be a little heart. It looks like a little heart. Do you want to come say hi to me? Miss Cookie. I did want to talk about her brown legs. She did get copper with the rest of the goats. You see, she's not very fishtailed, but she's a little bit fishtailed. The problem with Miss Cookie is she's a tiny bit stubborn. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you knocked me over, Zorro. Oh, remember when I told you guys that Zorro and I would be buddies? Yeah, I told you. Just had to find his little spot. What's up, Bubba? Hi. Hi. I told you. I always win. I told you I always win. Mr. Apollo. Mr. Zorro. Baby Snickers. How much of that do you have in your mouth? Let's see. Oh, just a tiny bit. But anyway, Miss Cookie is a weenie, as some of you know. And what she does is, I don't know how she even does it. So you put a big copper bolus and you try to get it in the very back of their throat. This is what happens when I rush. As I'm milking, I have my food cups portioned out and they're sitting here filled with food. And as I finish a goat, I let them out, take the next goat's portion, pop it in the bowl, set the empties there so I have full empties. And so when I'm done, I'll have a whole stack of empties right here. And if I forget to move them back over there where they can't get to them, they'll knock them off. So anyway, here's your copper bolus. Looks like that. They're pretty big. Those are copper rods inside there. I know you can see the copper rods. And that doesn't help. There you go, copper rods. And what that does is you try to get it into, I can't remember which stomach. You don't want it in the first stomach, you don't want it in the last stomach, but you want to get it in the stomach, and you want those rods to just lay in there. And as they lay in there, they kind of start to break down, and they absorb the copper into their body. You guys are just knocking everything over. That's such a mess going on. They absorb the copper into their body, and that helps replenish their copper deficiency. Since we are very copper deficient in this area, we are also selenium deficient in this area. Thanks, Sandy. And so we have to supplement some of those things. And Miss Cookie has this ability to hack hers back up, no matter where I get it in her mouth or in the back of her throat. I see you smiling. I see you smiling. I see you smiling. You're such a weenie. You're such a weenie. No matter where I get it, in her mouth, in her throat, she hacks it up. And she chews it. And then it doesn't make it where it needs to go to lay and absorb properly. So she ends up with copper rods not far enough in the system where they can get used effectively. And every time. You're just a weenie. Don't you start barking on the ladies, big man. He's big, he's beautiful. He's absolutely stunning. He is gorgeous. What? He's big. You're a big boy. Does she need a man's? So that's me today. That's us today. I'm just gonna start shoveling poop. Pick up some of this other stuff that I didn't do. I was worried about Tiny Herc, so I wanted to get him out, get him weighed. And I'm gonna run over and get his dose of Toltraz and get that in him. And he should be fine tomorrow. Toltraz is awesome, guys. One and done. I've only had to repeat a dose of Toltraz maybe a couple times in all the years we've been using it. Usually give it to him within, I would say within 12. Oh, hi, beautiful baby. Hi, how are you? Mr. Snickers, little baby Snicks. Usually within 12 hours, the runny poop stops, the hard poops are back in 24 hours, and they're through it and done with it. I don't mind all this, you know? This is not a hard way to start your morning. You realize, whoops. So if you look at the disbudded babes, you'll notice a lot of them have knocked their scabs off. And so it looks bloody there, but it kind of is. If you've ever, ripped the scab off, you're chewing my string. Don't chew my string. That's kind of what happens. So that'll dry up and it'll scab over again, or it'll heal up again. Hi. Who are you? Why? I can't tell the difference. Are you Javachino? Javachino. But you can see where it's scabbed over, it's healed over, and now the hair has grown back over. So there's a spot right beside. You can see a little bit of pink flesh there. She's being a weenie. See a little bit of pink right there. But that's where it's healed back over, and then eventually the hair will grow back over top of it. Hi. Good morning, boys. Well, hello, Miss Cream Puff. Miss Journey. I like your new name. That's it for babies. I got a lot of work to do, and the days are long, so I can get more work done. I can work all the way up until 9 p.m. basically. Stop for dinner, and then stop at 9 because it's dark, and I have to be back over here to take care of babies. I have a whole mess to clean up. They're just knocking everything over. You're trying to you might as well knock the broom over, knock the shovel over. I have some bins out here because I've been putting Puddin' in Mississippi in their own stall together with Cookie back over here. She and Struzel have gone in here. So there are certain goats that will beat up the other goats and take their food. Puddin' and Mississippi is a terrible 2-0. a dastardly duo. The two of them together in one stall, nobody else in that stall is going to get food. So Frosty Mom and Gummy out here, Mochi and Mooney are in there together. All the babes are in there. Tic Tac and Twinkie in there. Gingy and Sparkle's in there. Puddin' and her daughter, Gooch Gooch, in there. And then Cookie and Strews are in there. And I think that's everybody for now. It'll get further complicated when we bring these girls back over and we bring Muffin and, well, Latte will go back with the boys. But once that happens, once we get all these goats out of here, since I'm working on this pasture, I'll show you guys how far we are on the fence. I decided to start it right here. I'll show you when I get out there. But anyway, once we get everybody, all the does back in this area, we'll reopen this up and the boys will have access to that entire whole area there. And that's pretty big, it's huge. It goes from all the way at the top up there, clear down to the creek on the far end. And then obviously this side is smaller right here. But they'll have all of that, and it's just what is it gonna be? It'll be Mel, Snickers, Gelato, and Latte will be over here. So they'll have access to all of this, just the 4 boys. And then the girls will have the FYP and the creek side. Let me show you that before we go. Show you kind of where I am and what I changed. Hi, babies. You could be a star. Hi, beauty. Oh, we're not going to get you. Kind of hurt. And again, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for sending fence. Been a huge help. Honeysuckle is growing in somewhere because I smell it. Where are you, honeysuckle? Absolutely love the honeysuckle in the spring. But I decided to start right here. This worked very well. The problem is, with the electric fence, I could just use the little plastic posts. I could just use these and route it wherever I wanted it quite easily. With the hard fence, I can't really bend around corners. Every time I had to bend or move up through there, I had to use a solid T-post, and it was just getting very, very complicated. And it was becoming a real pain in the butt. And there's not that much grass here. Comparatively, it's not worth the effort, the material, the time to maintain that little strip. When I have all of this, it goes all the way through the woods, clear to the back of the property, all the way up to the house and back across the creek on this side. You guys kind of know where that is over here. So I'm more than willing to give up that little bit of space right there when there's so much down through here. And as I always run things past my supervisor, she's like, H, she said, yeah, you can just go back later and add it on if you want. So I'll show you guys where. I'm not gonna leave the camera on the entire time. It's all the way down into the woods there. I'll get you when we get there. I love this little foresty part of our property. Barn's right there. But you come in here, this is all cherry and crabapple. And I just love it. It's shaded. It's a little out of the way. It's quiet. The house is out there. I made it down to here yesterday. So from all the way up there, past the barn, clear down to here. It was a nice day. H was reading and I didn't want to bother her. That's what she wanted, was to just chill. And so I just went outside here and put up some fence. Okay, so I'm to right here. So they have all of this out to the creek, up to the house, and all the way to the back of the property. I ran out of green T-posts, so I'm gonna go pick some of those up. Not today. Maybe tonight I'll go pick some of those up, but today I need to get stalls cleaned out. So we come out down here. I could have kept going straight right here and ended up at the property line down there, but it's just getting super. I have the entire property outside of where the house sits looked like this. Just solid wall to wall, briars, brush, stickers, and trees. I kind of cleared to here. There's not enough. There's a little bit, but it's like it gets real complicated. The creek gets real deep up that way. So I'd have to do some pretty decent measures to get the fence across the creek. Leave a huge opening. It's a pain in the butt. I'd basically just be coming out of that tree right there, which isn't very far. So I didn't want to fight through, what is that, another 100 feet of brush just to kind of get this little bit here on the angle, so I didn't. So I got lazy. So yeah, so they come out here. They have all of that. All the way back to that wood line back there. And they have it all. And I leave this clear so that if you know anything about creek edges and things like that, if I'm not gonna have the goats on it, I wanna keep it cleared so I can mow it. What's up, Finny? Well, come on. Good morning. Did you get something? Did you catch a rabbit? So I wanted this clear so I could get a mower down through here, keep this mowed down, be able to weed eat the creek, and they have more than enough. So that is that, and that is me for the day, guys. We'll go get some hard work done, shoveling chapoopies, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.